Public Schools principals, principal at Dibble Elementary, Marty Kuhn, and Cascades principal, Marty DuBois. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, welcome back. And you're fairly new. They moved you over to Dibble last year?
To Dibble last year, yes. I'd spent 10 years at Cascades and just moved to Dibble last year. Marty and I spent some time together at Cascades Frost.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, well, I miss her. I miss her. It was nice having someone right on site that you could really just, if you needed a quick question.
Yep.
So we miss her, but
Yes.
she's doing great over there.
Marty, last time I saw you, you were giving me a tour of your beautiful brand new building. It really is awesome.
It is still beautiful. You know, we're working out the bugs, but like anything new, there's always going to be a couple of bugs here and there. But I mean, it's a gorgeous building. Looking forward to even summer school because we're going to have it there, and we're air conditioned, so you know, learning should be really up with the students because they can focus on their academics and not worry about sweating and being hot.
And Marty, at Dibble, you pretty much have a brand new school.
We do. They added on to the building, took out the 2 portables, and so there's 6 classrooms out there and a collaboration room. It's beautiful. You have to come see. The foyer's all new. Library media center is all new. That's very exciting. It's beautiful.
I will, because it's very noticeable that it looks so much better on the outside.
It does.
How old was that? That was like early 60s, wasn't it?
And it was, and then it closed for a while and then reopened back up, and so it's gorgeous.
Great.
Come visit us anytime.
Well, both schools are well known, but they're both in demand. People want to go, and families, their kids, they can choose which elementary school they want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
So Marty and Marty, you're in competition.
Yep, sometimes.
You've got students that, you're not that far apart geographically. You've probably got
Right.
students that, should they go here, should they go there?
Yeah. Well, they can't miss either way. With any of our elementaries. Yeah.
And you start with early 5s, both schools?
Yep. We have a Young Fives program all the way through 5th grade.
And we're looking at,
Dibble doesn't currently have a Young Fives program yet, but we do have preschool in our building, and then hopefully we'll get Young Fives soon.
and this is kindergarten roundup time.
It's coming up here. I know ours is April 21st from 5 to 7. And we'll definitely be getting more information out for parents through robocalls, through social media. We'll be getting it out there.
And ours is April 19th earlier. Come on over, 5 to 7 also. It's the kindergarten roundup this year is going to be done outside. So it'll be in front of the schools, and it'll be nice, fresh air.
I know families, I know there are families, they decided because their child became kindergarten age during the pandemic, they decided they were going to wait. So our kids, are they being recommended to start at kindergarten, or can they catch up at 1st grade, or what are you suggesting?
So when they come to kindergarten roundup, we have a schedule for them. We do a developmental assessment, and it's called the Bergans. And at that assessment, we will figure out whether they're Young Fives, kindergarten ready, where their placement will be.
Yeah, the beauty about the Bergants is it really gives the teachers, because the kindergarten teachers are giving that Bergants to the students, so they have firsthand with the kiddo, and there's a certain cut score that we look at that will show us, okay, this student's ready for the rigors of kindergarten, and if they're not, then we know that we have this Young Fives that is basically a slowed down version of kindergarten, because I mean there's a lot required in kindergarten nowadays, so it's really nice to have this assessment to help us.
You brought along a video that explains what it's like
We
to
did.
be a kindergartner. A day in the
Day
life.
in life of kindergartner. It's a lot of fun.
Let's take a look.
I start my day on the bus.
Morning.
Then I eat tasty breakfast. I make sure all my stuff gets in my cubby. Then we get to have carpet time with Mrs. Totes. I even learn colors in Spanish. Mi camisa es gris. We have work centers, so I can learn to read, write, and spell. After work centers, we get to play at recess. So I swing or play hide and seek. I always make sure to have a healthy lunch. Then we get to listen to our teacher read us a story. Sometimes I just need a rest. so we take a brain break. After all Dad's day is over, it's time to go home. I can't wait to do it all over again tomorrow.
Looks like fun.
Great time.
We wear them out during the day, and I'm sure they're tired when they go home.
And they wear us out too.
Parents are appreciative. So next month, you guys are going to have a special event, and what's going to all happen at this? What do you call it? Roundup Day.
Kindergarten Roundup, yeah. You know, there's so much going on. We have so many resources that are going to be there for parents to come up with. So many community members. You know, I've got a sheet here because there's so many that, you know, I don't want to forget or miss. But they'll come in. They'll be available to the parents. They'll look around the building. They'll be able to go to their classroom. They'll be able to meet the kindergarten teachers. We'll schedule those Brigance assessments that we were talking about so that they can come back at a later date that's more convenient for them, so they can just have some time to kind of have fun in the building and take a look at it. We'll have a bus there so that they can get on the bus and see what it looks like to jump on the bus, because it'll be brand new for a lot of our kindergarten students coming in. So what am I missing, Marty?
They can also enroll. They can enroll when they come. We have a packet for them to fill out, and we know some people go to different kindergarten roundups at the different schools. The package is the same for whichever school you decide for their kindergarten student. And we give prizes away.
Yeah, we
bikes
have
away.
a lot of great prizes.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They get shirts. There's shirts that it's what kindergartners would be graduating of 2035.
Oh my gosh.
2035, and young fives are 2036.
Yeah, and it has it right on the back
On
of
the
their
back.
shirt. It's really cute.
If someone wants to enroll right on the spot, do they need certain paperwork?
Yeah, so parents will need two forms of proof of residency, so that we know that they're part of the JPS parents ID, shot records, and the birth certificate.
And when people make their choice, you know, geography is one factor, probably the number one factor. But are there differences between, say, your two schools? And
Not really. I mean, the biggest thing is the busing. So, I mean, obviously our buses have to have routes, and that was, you know, makes the boundaries for the students. And so sometimes if you're not in our boundary of our certain school, then the parents have to drive them to school and pick them up.
Yeah.
So busing is probably the
yeah,
biggest.
If they use that school of choice portion and there's no transportation for them, they can still come. It's just a parent transport.
And I think the best part of the event is you feed these families.
Oh yeah, there'll be food there, and like I said, prizes. We have, I mean, it's, you know, I needed to give a shout out to our Pathways to Potential person through DHHS who we have on site there, Scott Schneider, because he provides us with Visa cards for parents, food vouchers, food gift cards, and you know, we're able to use that for raffles or giveaways, and we'll definitely be using it for our roundup when we have parents there.
All right, so they are a little over a month away. Marty, at Cascades, what's the day and time for your roundup?
For Cascades Elementary, it will be April 21st from 5 to 7 p.m.
And how about Dibble?
Dibble is April 19th from 5 to 7 p.m. And it's kind of, you know, I mean, a drop-in type thing. It's not like you're going to miss something if you are not there at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
You're welcome to come in between any of that time. We'll do tours all, you know, the whole 2 hours. They'll get to go to the community, get stopped at all their tables the whole time. So you don't have to be there right at 5 o'clock, because I know a lot of families work until then. So we'll be there.
We will. Welcome them.
It's also an opportunity to thank the teachers and the administrators for all the extra above and beyond they've done during the pandemic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you both as well for that. Thank you.
Thank you.
And great to see you. Thanks for
Great to
Nice
see you
to
too.
see you.
Thanks for letting us come on
visit.
here. And
You bet. Awesome schools, awesome principals. Marty Dubois at Cascades Elementary and Marty Kuhn at Dibble Elementary, JPS. Next on the show, we'll